How to make the most out of crypto. Most people like to click on the videos that say these are the best altcoins to buy. So let's talk about that. No, we're not gonna talk about that because which altcoins you buy, spoiler alert, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about what really matters. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Like the video if you like the video, and let's get right into it. Now, why did I say that? Like, nobody probably agrees with me, right? It doesn't matter which altcoins you buy. Because timing is way more important. And a lot of people, especially the quite newer people in crypto, they would say, you can time the market. Bro, you don't know shit. Okay, let me tell you this. You do not have to time the tops and the bottoms, right? Because that you can indeed not do. But timing the exact top or the bottom, or timing the market is slightly different, right? If we take a look at, for example, Bitcoin, right? You do not have to time the top to get out of it. Right here in, for example, April 2022 was where we had the first stop of Bitcoin. Although we went slightly higher in November, this was a very good moment to get out of the market, right? But how long did you had to do that? Well, give or take, you had 80 days, all right? So if you timed the bottom range, right? The bottom range, and I'm not saying the bottom, but the bottom range, which was around 140 days, right? You had to ride the complete crypto market and you had 80 days, so almost 3 months to get out, right? And therefore, timing is much more important than the specific coins that you are in. And let me put it very simple. In a bear market, you should not be in altcoins. If you disagree, then you haven't been wrecked enough, to be honest. Because a bear market is not for altcoins. Of course, there are always altcoins that pop, like we have Pepe, but these are gambles, right? And we're not talking about gambling on this channel. We're also not talking about trading on this channel. I'm talking purely about investing, right? So if you are about trading, you know, follow Eric Crown or whatever. It's like there are good analysts on Twitter for that, but that's not really my thing. I'm talking more about investing. So buying in the bear market, selling in the bull market. Of course, it doesn't matter what coins you buy, because in a bull market, one altcoin does a 20x and the other does a 30x, right? And then it matters, of course, which altcoins you buy. But then again, if you buy the altcoins at the wrong time, yeah, then it can still do a 20x. But if you bought it after a 10x and it goes down first 50%, and you panic sell right there, and then it goes up another 2x or whatever, right? Then it also made these returns, but you didn't profit from it anyway because you got your timing wrong. Right? And that's the most important thing. Now, what's really interesting, we all know Bitcoin topped in November 2021, also kind of in April, right? If you look at what altcoins did, right? If you look at what altcoins did, where did Cardano top? Cardano topped in end of 2021. Where did Algorand top? Algorand topped end of 2021. AVAX, when did that top? End of 2021. Should I go on? I mean, the point is clear, right? These are all great altcoins, right? Some is better than the other, but nothing wrong with it, right? But they all topped in the same period anyway. So timing, again, is much more important. So sometimes I get these comments. I want to make it really clear. You should not try to time the bottom and you should not try to time the top, but you should focus a little bit on the bottom and the top range, because that's where you decide if you buy or sell or do nothing, right? Now, how do we take a look at that? Well, I first want to get into this. I found this, and this is quite interesting. What I noticed, and I don't know how much this has to do with this topic though, but here you can see addresses with more than 1,000 Bitcoins, right? So these are the Bitcoin whales. What you notice is there is a big difference between the whales and the retail, all right? And whatever the conclusion is, I don't know, we can speculate about that. But what I noticed is that the whales, they had Bitcoin And they mostly got out in February 2021. Let's go back to Bitcoin, right? And if we look at February 2021, where was that? That was here, right? Or here, it depends, but somewhere in the $40,000 area, right? What you notice is that whales, why are they whales? Because they got a lot of money. How did they get a lot of money? Because they're smart. It's not that they are lucky or whatsoever, right? They're smart. They know what they do, right? Whales don't care about getting the top or the bottom. They care about not losing money. And the whales, they got mostly out of it in this area right before we topped, right? The whales were getting out of it. That's what you can see. Here was the peak. And from February until May, they were offloading, right? So basically, this complete area right here, that's where whales were offloading. Whether you sold at 40,000 or you sold at 60,000 or you sold at 50,000, they don't care. They probably bought here as well, right? So they made a clean 10x. It's okay on Bitcoin, right? So that's okay. So this is how this chart looks like for the whales. And it's now going down, right? This is now basically going sideways, but overall, this is not an upwards trend right here, right? So whales are not so interested right now. Then what you notice, if you go to the charts, and you take a look at, for example, addresses with less than 1 Bitcoin. What do you see? This is going up. Now, again, what's the conclusion right here? Well, one, the whales are better off. That's for sure, right? Because in the meantime, after they sold right here, what happened? This. And the retail, since here, is only buying, right? So retail is buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip. And now they're maybe in profit a little bit, right? Maybe. But did they really make a lot of money? I doubt it. While the whales already, they offloaded, right? So they're good. They already made their money, right? And they are waiting for the moment so they can, you know, get into it again. So the whales are this the smart money, right? And no offense to all of us, but this is the stupid money, right? This is the stupid money. So yeah, that's kind of what stood out to me, is that, you know, it's a positive thing as well, of course, right? Retail keeps on buying. It doesn't matter, right? Even if the price, fuck my chart, even if the price goes down for Bitcoin, retail has be like, whatever, keep on buying. But therefore you stay retail, all right? So that's quite funny to me. Anyway, if we go back to the subject, what we're talking about. So what am I looking at when it comes to the crypto market and how to really make the most out of it? Well, it has something to do with it. Because one, for Christ's sake, stop buying every dip, right? It doesn't work. And if it works for you, you are lucky. That's it, right? It doesn't work. It's not a strategic approach at all, right? There are a couple of terms in crypto that people take quite serious, and therefore they get it completely wrong, in my opinion. One is diamond hands, right? Like, oh yeah, diamond hands. It's supposed to sound like a good thing. Well, what's good about diamond handing this? Take your profits. What diamond handing, right? What good is it if you go all the way up and go all the way down again? And with Bitcoin, it may not be that bad, right? Because Bitcoin is actually still going in an upwards trend. But if you, for example, take a look at an average altcoin, right? Diamond hands. Well, people bought Cardano all the way up and they got all the way down again. And then they got a second chance all the way up and now it's going all the way down again, right? What good is diamond handing? But another one is buying the dip, right? If you buy the dip, especially on altcoins, see the circles right here. You buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. At the end of the day, you have to go to half a bull run to play even, and you know, then you still have to make profits, right? So congratulations with not a lot, right? Well, if you like, and I've been making a lot of videos on this channel, I'm saying like, yeah, altcoins look like really terrible. And luckily a lot of people, they agree, and they have saved a lot of money so far. Unfortunately, sometimes I get comments that people still say, fuck you, Bitcoin Maxi, buy the dip. Like, Bitcoin Maxi, no. You have to adjust to the market, right? If you want to make the most out of it. It's a bear market. Is it good to buy altcoins in a bear market? Fuck no. No, right? I mean, last bear market, ADA, for example, went down 80%, then another 80%, and then another 84%. Well, you don't see Bitcoin do that. And that was while ADA was already one of the blue chip altcoins out there, right? A lot of liquidity. Now we are, in my opinion, in the process of doing that in the current market again. And the buy the dip people, they see sometimes a green candle because, yes, sir, a bear market is not only red. This is like not only what a bear market looks like. A bear market looks like this, right? And sometimes people see these candles and be like, ah, yeah, I told you, bull market, crypto banter, alt season. Like, what? Wait. Are we out of the woods yet? Really? I don't know. For AVAX, for example, random, I have it on my screen right here. Right? People might look at an altcoin and they put on the dollar chart and they be like, oh, double bottom. It's a good moment to buy right now. And I always try to look like, is it? Because if I look at its Bitcoin pair, it looks more to me like just a lower low again, right? And you might feel like, yeah, who gives a shit about Bitcoin? Well, that's the thing. Because AVAX is now just as high as it was as in November 2022, for example. While if we take a look at where Bitcoin was November 2022, Bitcoin was sitting at $20,000, 15, 20, depends on when exactly, right? So Bitcoin gained like 70, 100% already. While AVAX hasn't moved. Insert altcoin hasn't moved. So what if Bitcoin goes down? How do you think this chart is going to look like? This support going to hold? Is this like this 20% downwards? Is that enough to hold? This video is basically my key rules about crypto. I think that's better. Look at it. Look at Bitcoin pairs. Look at Bitcoin pairs. It's super important. Otherwise, you will get wrecked. The dollar pair is not the chart which suggests to you if it's a good buy or not. And I've learned this the hard way. Really, I've learned this the hard way as well. Another important thing, that's looking at a chart and be like, wow, this is so cheap. Moonbeam, for example. You are going to, if you for some reason like the project, or I can pull up a couple other projects that have a chart that looks like this, right? A little more extreme to the downside. You might look at the chart and be like, wow, it came from $40. Now it's 20 cents. How cheap is that, right? If it goes back, it does a 200x. So it can easily do at least a 10x, right? No. For a couple of reasons. One, token investing, right? Price doesn't mean shit. Look at the market cap, okay? There were a lot less tokens in circulation back here than over here, right? So to go back to its all-time high is actually surpassing its all-time high by far, right? I don't know, I have to take a look at the total supply and all of that. But for example, $2 is the new $40, something like that, right? And also, people always look at such a chart and be like, again, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. It's so cheap, buy the dip, buy the dip. Well, and here goes another tip. And this is key, okay? I've said this a lot, and the loyal viewers on this channel are probably sick of me saying this, but this is so important. We know about crypto market cycles, right? About the 4-year cycle. So far intact. If it's not anymore, then we have to look by then, but so far intact. And the market cycle has 4 phases. We have a sideways phase, where it's and this is not the best chart to show it on, by the way, because this is a new coin, so that doesn't reflect it very well. Let's take a look at Phantom, for example. How old is that? Not went to okay, fuck it. Let's go to Bitcoin, whatever. So let's go to Bitcoin. Market cycle has 4 phases. Okay, we have a downward trend. Or no, sorry, we have a sideways trend, right? Sideways. It's an accumulation phase. It's where you buy. Then we have an upward trend. It's where you make your money. Just make gains. You can buy a little more in the way, right? Or you can DCA out, whatever your risk-reward strategy is. Then you have a distribution phase. Offload time, right? That's where you sell, DCA out of it. And then you have a downward trend, right? And that's where you do absolutely nothing. And then it starts all over again, right? Now, the downward trend is over. This could happen though, but overall still sideways, just like here and just like the cycle before that. But that's on Bitcoin. Right, but my key point right here is, if you keep on buying the downwards trend, why? Why? Just ask yourself, why would you do that? Apparently you have too much FOMO, right? You are so scared to miss out that you are willing to just buy every single dip in case it goes up. And that's the hard part. That's where your skills really come to the test. Waiting, sitting on the sideline and doing absolutely nothing, right? That waiting period for Bitcoin might be over, right? But for altcoins it's not. Next key tip is, listen to the right people, or at least listen to the people that have the right charts, or pull up the right charts yourself. You want to know what you're looking at. Like I said before, like for example, you do not want to look at a dollar pair on an altcoin. Again, Gala, right? People might look at Gala and be like, oh yeah, looks good, right? Went all the way down. Kind of a double bottom right here, even a higher low. Is it a higher low? It's not really a higher low. Look at its Bitcoin pair. It's a lower low, right? Gala has only been holding up slightly above its previous low because Bitcoin 2x'd, right? In the meantime, Gala didn't do shit, and on its Bitcoin pair it went down. Now, again, what if Bitcoin finally goes down like it does every cycle so far in this phase, right? I'm not saying it will this time, but I think it will. So I'm kind of saying it will. But what if Bitcoin goes down? How do you think this is going? Or how do you think the dollar chart of Gala is going to look like? Right? Or Vulcan Forged, right? Still holding up in this range right here. Well, on its Bitcoin pair it's not, right? That already lost support. Illuvium, a lot of people like it. When is the best time to buy? So far, not a single point, right? Everybody that bought Illuvium in this bear market was a smart move, right? Look at the right charts. Therefore, you do have to look at the Bitcoin chart. And if you go on TradingView, let me put it like that. If you don't have TradingView, download TradingView, 100%. I have no links in the description. I'm not partnered up or anything or whatever. Use it, right? If you have it, fill in total 3/BTC. This is the altcoin market divided by the Bitcoin market cap. And then you will get this without the Fibonacci on it, because that's what I've drawn. This is showing how the general altcoin market is looking at its Bitcoin, holding up at its Bitcoin pair. And what you notice, this November 2021, this is where Bitcoin topped out here. Right, so this is where the bear market really started. Up till January 2023, so more than a year, altcoins were holding up against Bitcoin. Right, altcoins were going down, but not that hard. Right, not that hard. Right, Bitcoin was going down. But altcoins on the dollar pair were, or on a Bitcoin pair, as you see, they were holding up. Went a little up, went a little down, overall sideways. But what you see right now, since this year, is that altcoins are also finally going down against Bitcoin. And the target is this. 2017 we were there, 2019, and in 2021. This is the target. Here, big area, but far from there. Best case scenario, altcoins will fall around 30% against Bitcoin. Worst case, 60%. I think it will be around 40-50. Here as well. Altcoins were holding up against Bitcoin until July 2018. July 2018. I don't know exactly where this is going. July 2018. And that's funny because that was here, right? So Bitcoin was going all the way down from 20K to 6K, right? Lost around the same amount of percentages that we lost right now. Altcoins were holding up, but then altcoins started to fall against Bitcoin. And what you'll notice is that here, Bitcoin went from 6K to 3K, while altcoins were going down against Bitcoin as well. What do you think where altcoins were going down more? Here, where Bitcoin came down 70%, or here, where Bitcoin came down 50%? This is where altcoins got completely destroyed. And this is not like, if you're new in crypto, this is not like 40%. Destroyed, didn't gain back. People freaking out first, and then people silence, don't give a shit anymore. They accepted their loss. That's what happened right there. We are in the process of getting here, but we haven't seen this yet. Why? Because altcoins are losing against Bitcoin, but Bitcoin hasn't seen this dump yet. While, let me put it like this. Altcoins in this bear market haven't experienced a downward trend against Bitcoin yet, while Bitcoin was also going down. For now, Bitcoin is going up. But you know crypto is not up only. Nothing. At a certain point, Bitcoin will come down, have a big correction. But it's hard to convince people from that, because when things are looking decent or good, then you can't imagine something going down. And when it's so bad, FTX, right? Here. FTX, whatever. When it's so bad, people can't imagine it going up. It can and highly likely will come down hard. And then altcoins are getting wrecked. If you ever see Bitcoin going down. In my opinion, also, the dominance is a chart that you should take a look at. Because this shows the opposite of the total 3 divided by the Bitcoin market cap, right? This is showing that the dominance for Bitcoin is going up. So people moving their altcoin money into Bitcoin, right? So altcoins already have less liquidity. So if there is now a dump, your altcoin is going to dump way harder. Therefore, you have an 80% dump, and it's so easy to get another 80% and another 80% after that. Right? Because there is already no liquidity anymore. It's also good that if you buy in the bottom range, it's very easy to go up. Right? But for most of altcoins, we have now seen the first 80% dump. I'm not saying it will happen 2 times in a row now as well, but please don't be ignorant and don't think that it can't happen because you like your altcoin too much or yours is the best. It's not. All right. I think the Bitcoin dominance is one of the most important charts to take a look at as well. Simply because this also shows how far altcoins can still go down, right? If the dominance is going up, altcoins are going down against Bitcoin. Very simple. This looks here, this area looks like a big ass rejection area to me. But we're not there yet. We first have to hover around here for a while, maybe get a good rejection. Altcoins moon a little bit against Bitcoin and maxis. The altcoin maxis come out like, you were so wrong, blah, 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 blah. Crypto Bento was right. Sorry, second shot. And then go up. Could happen. Another thing that I do want to point out is also one of my rules is staking. Staking an altcoin. So you get more altcoins. Cake is an altcoin that you can stake, right? A lot of people were buying right here or wherever, right? They'd be like, yeah, 20% APY, whatever it is now. Okay, you have more cake that's worthless now. Congrats. It doesn't make up for the losses in general, right? Cake is a very good example of that. You can stake it. Why? It's for the projects to make sure that, you know, as few people as possible dump the token because they lock their token. Look, Cake went down so hard from $40 to $1.50. While a lot of people are still having their tokens locked and they can't even sell it, right? So if they could, price would be way lower. And believe me, once it unlocks, it will. X is another project, right? Also, zero use case, right? You can stake it for more. Why would you stake it for more? From the top to where we are right now, and this is not even the top, I think it was more like 50 cents or so, down 97%. You can stake it to prevent that it's absolutely going to crash so hard that people finally realize that the project is fucking shit. It's just what it is. Right? Now there are other kinds of that you can stake with another kind of reward. There are projects that give out NFTs or other tokens or with engine starter or like launchpads, right? You can stake it so you can get an amount to participate in pre-sales. It's a way more sustainable way to stake tokens. But first of all, staking altcoins in a bear market, nah. But it also goes kind of hand in hand with the rule that you should not have altcoins in a bear market. Why not? Well, again, these altcoins are going down against Bitcoin. For example, this one again, it's down 97% against Bitcoin. Against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also down 60%, right? Now, yeah, 60%. So that's another extra loss. Why would you just buy Bitcoin? Why would you buy this piece of shit? So you can get a little more tokens that are worth nothing? It's a scam. It's a Ponzi. Staking, I think, in my opinion, yeah, it's very controversial, but in my opinion, staking is freaking Ponzi. You get more tokens that are going to be worth less because everybody gets more tokens to sell them for less. Come on, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Do I have anything else? Yeah, I just think that patience is very important. And turn off your emotions. Turn off your emotions. Like I said, you have these things like diamond handing and buying the dip and DCA and this and that. In a bear market, it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't. It doesn't get you anywhere, right? What's good about DCAing this piece of shit down? You're now slowly throwing your money away instead of doing it at once. What's fun about that? Like, yeah, but if it goes back to its all-time high, then that's casino. Most projects won't. All right, most projects won't. Just purely already because of the tokenomics. And if not, they're going to die. And if not, they're going to get replaced. And if not, because whatever. Most projects don't. And it's very important. Yeah, again, it's very important to have patience. Because this is one of the charts that I'm looking at whether I should buy altcoins or not. Right? Altcoins against Bitcoin. Finally came down 47%. My range is here, right? And that's another 40-50%. I know that this could take months to play out though. All right, so I have to be convinced about the fact that that can take that long. So in the meantime, I'm sitting on a pile of cash. Right? And while everybody is buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, they threw their money away and also let go of like, you don't lose if you don't sell. It's bullshit. You do lose if you don't, if you like it's like, if you don't sell, you don't lose. It's so nonsense, because that's assuming that it goes back to where it came from in the first place. Plus, you could have got way more out of it, right? Let's say you are the dip buyer and I am not, right? We both had $1,000 in Gala, whatever, name something, doesn't matter. Both had $1,000. Well, your $1,000 is down 97% right now, right? So you have $30 left. Nah, that's not really true, because you bought the dip. Sorry, bad example. You bought the dip. So you bought the dip, you bought this dip, you bought this dip, you bought where you thought it was going to be an altcoin season. Oh, you bought this dip. You bought this dip, you bought this dip, and you bought this fantastic breakout. And of course, you're buying this dip. Your average will be laying somewhere around here. All right. So your $1,000 is now worth $300. You think you are doing well. Well, how? You started with $1,000, you now have $300. How is that doing well? I can still invest my $1,000 right now, right? So if it goes up from this exact point, right, hypothetically, and it goes back to its all-time high, make a 30x, let's round it up, 30x. You do it 30x and you're $300. You made $9,000. What did I make? 30K. And I wasn't sweating over here at all. That's the difference. That's the difference, right? And even if it goes up from here, I can still buy at the exact same levels as all these dip buyers. The only difference is that I am doing this upwards, right? I'm doing this upwards, so I'm making money. You have to finally write this. Oh yeah, I played even. Now let's go. Right, you missed half the bull run right there. And your mental health, it's just not good. So these are a couple of golden tips that I think are very important when it comes to crypto. Also, I would say stop with these meme coins, right? You have Pepe, you have Pepe 2.0 right now. I don't know how many Pepes you have, but I bet you at least 100, at least. I'm quite sure about that. I'm pretty sure about that. How many succeed? You know that on the Binance Smart Chain alone, there are more than 3 million tokens. How in the fuck do you know that out of the 3 million tokens that exactly Pepe was going to do well? Because it doesn't look that good to me. If you look at the website, if you look at whatever, it's just exactly at anything else, right? So either you had to gamble, Pepe, lucky, get rich. Okay, cool. That's luck. But you cannot foresee that. Or you are the type of investor that just buys all the random shit coins. Problem is, 900,999 tokens got you wrecked, and one has made you money. Do you think you will play even with that? No, you don't. Right, so you cannot throw shit at the wall hoping something sticks. And if you want to gamble, go gamble. I mean, it's up to you. If you just want to go serious investing, then that's not the way it works. It's not. Also, one other rule, by the way, but that's one that I apply myself, and this is all like not what you're supposed to do though, but don't like stop buying green candles. All right. That's the thing. We are in a bear market right now, and that's an opportunity we get once in 4 years so far. And that's an opportunity where people with just $1,000 can make millions and completely change their life, their family's life, everything completely. People make millions. by these opportunities where a very good project is very discounted, right? What if you can buy Gala at this price right here in a couple of months, hypothetically? What if? And what if it hypothetically goes back to its all-time high? Cardano did it. A lot of other projects did it. Bitcoin, for example. It happens, and it will happen. You make 100x on one stupid altcoin. All right, 100x on one freaking altcoin. That's what you can do. That's the opportunity that these red projects give you. But if you look at the green one, you feel like, oh, this is so good. Let's buy the green. Why? You have an upside potential, which is way lower, and you have a way higher downside potential. And of course, it's good that a project shows strength in a bear market. That also says something about how it might perform in the bull market, right? This one hasn't really seen a full bull market yet, at least according to Kucoin. But still, everything is on a discount. Everything gives you an opportunity that you basically never get. And what do? You throw your money away in something that already 10x. The fuck are you doing? Right? And don't come in a couple of months at this video if Nakamoto did another 10x. It can happen, but it's about the odds, about the chances that it happens, right? I'm not saying it's impossible. It could all happen. But play, you know, you have great cards in your hand in the bear market, and you only have to play it a little right? You don't even have to play it perfect. Just play it a little right. So these are my do's and don'ts, basically. And sorry for the long video, but I'm very tired. I had to pre-record this. I have a very busy week, but I really hope you get something out of this. Yeah, let's live stream soon, and maybe we can go really talk to each other. All right, guys, I want to wrap it up right here. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.